Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we wrapped up the Dragon Song War. We sought out Belgar's aid, and after going through a trial, he fought alongside us. We took on Nidhogg once and for all. We freed Estinian from his clutches and vanquished a vengeful worm forever, hopefully. We've finished with the story of Heavensward, but we still got a couple more story patches to go through before we can actually wrap up this expansion. Because now, stuff's gonna happen that's gonna lead us right into Stormblood. So, what do we got? Mrs. Rye, you've come at a most excellent time. An invitation from a truly prominent personage was delivered to the manor about a short while ago. Would that you have been present to receive it, but in any event, Sir Emeric de Borel, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House Borel, cordially invites Mistress Rye to dine with him at his estate. He seemed surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Oh, about him wanting to have a drink. Of course, the intervening moons afford little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, it is plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause of delay. What say you? Not having the foggiest idea what to wear. I should do this to the laps. Well, let's go for this. You would ask me? I'm sure that as a personal friend of Sir Lord Einrich, you're at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man of note could do no fare worse than with an alpine coat. At least that's what Lord Emma has been heard to say. I assume the same holds true for the ladies. When you're ready, pray report to the Escholochium. A man of House Borel shall be waiting near there to escort you the rest of the way. Poor guy. Alright. Gonna have fine dining with somebody. Greetings and well met, Mistress Rye. I have had the honor and the privilege to serve as a head and steward of House Borel, though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of a noble families, being accountable on one hand. Ah, that's great. My lord will be overjoyed to hear that you have accepted his invitation. You will see soon, as you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say a woman of action such as yourself enjoys a nary or moments of respite. Alright, the battlefield beckons even now, I'm sure. But for this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity. Oh, fine. Not like I else got going on right now. Nice little house, though. You guys live in style. Candlelight dinner. This would be very awkward if I was a male.
それで雲海のモーグリ族にこき使われたのか。なるほど。あのラッパは君の苦労の結晶だったわけだ。
Oh, that's nothing. Did you tell him about the task I had to do to get the beast tribe unlocked? That was even worse. You're not gonna tell him that. It's probably a good thing you don't.
君の旅の話は飽きないな。報告として聞いた時とは違う発見がある。
Alright, who needs this many bottles and jars? Seriously?
ずっとこの地で生きてきたというのに、君の目を通してみるとまるで別世界のようだ。いいものだな、旅というのは。
Why not jump me on the next? Well, there's no sunshine and lemon cakes. Why not jump me in the next?
まさか誘ってくれるのか。実は私も先にドラバニア雲海で見た風景を思い出しては、まだ見ぬ地を目指してみたいものだと思っていてな。喜んで君の誘いを受けたいと思うのだが、今まだ議長を引き受けたばかりの身。それはいつかの夢にとっておくことにしよう。君に助けられて今やっとこの国は真の変革を迎えることができた。だが共和制への移行ですら変革のたった一歩に過ぎない。これからのイシュガルドは制度の面のみならず民一人一人が変わらねばならない時期を迎えるはずだ。
If only the people of Uldal would be able to understand this. Why don't you have a couple words with the Uldans? I think they could use a few words.
私の生きているうちに果たして安定するものか。先が見えない道だが、戦いに散った者のためにも進んでいこう。何よりこの目には今も邪竜に向かって進む君の背中がしかと焼き付いているのだ。それを追わずに立ち止まることなどできるはずがないだろう。今新設された議会では他国とどのように協力関係を築くべきか議論が進められている。無論当面は国内の平定が最優先ではあるが、先の合同演習についての恩もある。できることから協力をしていきたい。他ならぬ君にもだ。君に報いることが暁だけでなく三国、ひいてはエオルズヤへの恩返しになるだろう。
Do we have a choice?
この地の民の誰もがそう信じて疑わないほどのことを君はやり遂げてくれたということだ。本当にありがとう。ところでこれは議長としてではなくごく個人的な興味なのだが、 君はこれからどうするつもりだ？暁としての目的というより、君自身の思いを聞かせてくれないか？
お食事中失礼いたします。
Come on! I'm kind of curious to know what the options were.
何かあったのか？
は、そちらの英雄殿に至急お伝えすることがあり、無礼を承知で案内していただきました。先ほどサンクレット様が負傷したお仲間を連れ、フォルタン伯爵邸に駆け込んでいらっしゃったのです。アルフィノ様とタタル様が手当てに当たっておいでですが、あまり状態がよろしくないらしく、至急いらしてほしいとのことです。
私も行こう。手を貸せることがあるかもしれない。
But what about all the food? There's still so much food left over. Fine, what a waste. You couldn't have waited until I got finished eating? Or saw the options?
ここからはかの伯爵の回顧録には綴られない物語。終わりは始まり。英雄と呼ばれた冒険者はこうしてまた歩み出した。彼方に広がる新たな戦いの舞台へと、まるで世界に導かれるように。
Alright, well, if Thinker came in with the maiden in tow, you can only imagine who it is. It's Alize. But she didn't seem injured. What happened here? Yep, I was right.
Itai.
彼女はアリゼ、アルフィノ様の双子の妹君さ。
What the hell
やら
happened?
れたよ、闇の戦士たちだ。ファルコンネストでの式典の後、連中の足取りを追っていたんだが、国営の森で闇の戦士に狙われたアリゼ様を助けてな。彼女も別の線から連中に疑念を抱いて独自に追跡を続けていたらしい。一時は追っ手を完全に振り切れたと思ったんだが、クルザスに入る手前で奴らの一味に強襲された。はあ、アリゼ様は交戦中に毒矢を受けてな。
急に呼び立てて申し訳ない。アイメリク卿も来ていただけて助かります。
Nothing that quick as soon as can cure,
こ
right?
ちらは構わない。しかし妹君の容体は？
応急処置は施しました。今すぐに命を落とすようなことはないでしょう。ですが症状が収まらず衰弱しきっている。
Again, I'm a white mage. Can't I just cast Asuna on her and be done with it?
妹アリゼは私と同じ。祖父ルイゾアが命を懸けて守ったエオルゼアを見定め救うためにやってきたのです。しかし
God damn, this is from so long ago. Holy
人
shit,
同士の
man.
いさかいや、そして
So is that.
そういった問題に関わろうとする私や暁と距離を置いた。彼女は彼女なりのやり方でエオルゼアの明日を模索すると言っていました。きっと今回もそのために闇の戦士を。アイメリク卿、 彼女は暁の一員ではありませんが、エオルゼアを救いたいという思いを共にする仲間。何より私の大事な妹なのです。どうか彼女の治療にご助力いただけないでしょうか。
断る理由があるものか。治癒士を手配し最善を尽くさせよう。彼女を神殿騎士団病院へ。院長のエーベル殿に事情を説明し治療に当たってくれ。責任は私が負うと伝えてくれていい。
アルフィノ、あの人がそこにいるの？だったらお願い、私の話を。闇の戦士はアシエンと結託してる。万神を討伐して回っているのも企みの一環よ。次はセルファトルの地で万神ガルーダを再召喚させると言っていた。倒すためにわざとね。どうか万神ガルーダの再召喚を、奴らの企みを阻止して。私、他の賢人の皆さんにも連絡してくるです。
サンクレット殿、病室までアリゼー殿に付き添っていただけるだろうか。毒を特定するために証言をお願いしたい。
ああ、了解した。
Well, shit. Again, White Mage. Asuna! I can just cast this on her and be done with it. Then a quick cure spell. I can't do that? Bullshit. Surely they won't let her. Yes, I know. We must trust in Captain White Cape and his Chirurgians. Did they not bring Stydian back from the very brink of death? I'm uncomfortably reminded of how he mocked me for praying at his bedside for days on end. I got hiccups. What say you, my friend? Shall we turn our attention to a matter whose conclusion we have yet have the power to influence? Why not? I have enough food. So the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians are conspiring to bring about Garuda's summoning, that they might put her to the sword. That's when we first encountered them in Lothas Nath, when they were confronting Ravana. Gods, has this been their aim all along? What do you intend to do, Master Alphanode? There is much and more I do not understand, but I know this. A Primal summoning cannot be ignored. How is they risk her life to uncover this plot, and we will squander her gift at our peril. So will you come to me to Zeloptol and help me stop the exile ritual? Given that Ishgard shares a border with this exiled homeland, we have a vested interest in the outcome of this ritual. We have been willing to suffer the Beastman's intrusion into Corthian lands to a point, but the summoning of a Primal is an escalation we cannot abide. You shall have our fastest airship, Master Alphanode. The mountains of Zeloptol are not easily traversed, and this endeavor demands all haste. The gesture is most appreciated, Sir Armert, but if your aerial approach is destined to fail, this is their homeland after all, and the Dirigibles are not to be underestimated. No, experienced so many of the only conceivable approaches by land. I believe it would be wiser to cross into Zalopto by way of the mountain pass east of Camp Dragonhead. In that case, I shall send instructions for a contingent of the camp's knights to be placed at your disposal. They will secure you a safe passage to the mountains and escort you thence to Zalopto. Though my men are non-qualified to confront a Primal, they are more than capable of contending with the Ixal. You should be glad of their assistance, Lord Edmund. In the event Mistress Alice regains consciousness, we will share with you any additional information she may provide. May the Fury watch over and keep you safe. Then let's be off. We can procure any additional supplies we require in Camp Dragonhead. Alright. Shadows of the First, huh? Have you everything you require then? Excellent. The entrance to the pass is north of Natal and due east of Camp Dragonhead. Though it is normally guarded by a score of XIV warriors, they have been informed the House Hortonop's knights have already dispatched them. The enemy's gate lies open. You need but walk through. I go the long way, huh? So much for taking the easy route. Mistress Rye, Master Alphanode. Master Alphanode, as you can see, the gate is ours. Be advised that our scouts have reported increased activity around the first mountain. Since we put they're up to something, and I don't want anyone interfering. We stand ready to escort you to Xalopto and aid you as you see fit. Given the numbers we're likely to encounter, a two-pronged approach may be best. While Knights and I feign a larger attack to draw the Ixal's attention, I suggest you and yours attempt to slip past their defenses and locate the site of the summoning ritual. If the gods are good, you shall only have to deal with some few patrols, but if they are not, you may be forced to do battle with the Warriors of Darkness. Alright, that's not a problem. I can handle it. Alright. Insta-queues. I love them. I love them! Assuming these people queue up. There's one. Oh. Oh, look at this place. What happened to all the snow? Oh, spinning makes my head hurt. What in the world? That's quite the attire for. All right. So far, so good. No, look at this guy. Life in the sacred place for the list, something or other. Fucked it up. Fuck your balloon. Oh, look at this place. Alright, come on. All aboard! You know what this place kind of reminds me of? That one place in Lord of the Rings. I think it's the Hobbit. Not Lord of the Rings. I'm thinking it's Lord of the Rings. It's the Hobbit. It's the first movie when when they got captured by not orcs, goblins. I don't know what I don't remember what they were called. I know they're not orcs. Well, it could be. Oh no. I think it's Goblin. It might be Goblin. This guy in his oversized fan. Fury of the Vortex, behold! Oh, that hurts. I'm gonna go on a limb here and say every one of these people are new. Alright. We're almost there. We've now reached the top of the mountain. Alright, we're almost there. Come on! Damn war balloons. Got the airstone. Oh, a little bit of lag right there. This guy looks lovely. But I did something, I'm the one new, huh? Alright. Really? That's Garuda. Alright. That was easy. I didn't want that.
よかった。無事だったか。そうか。万神ガルーダは完全な再召喚に至らなかったのだな。これでアシエンと闇の戦士の企みもくじけただろうか。ともかくここを脱出しよう。騎兵たちが退路を確保してくれているんだ。
ああ、こいつは驚いた。まさか先手を打たれるなんてな。
You're a little late to the party, pal.
闇の戦士たち。
あれ、あの子私の毒矢で仕留めなかったっけ。おかしいな。
案内人さんよ、こいつはどういうことだ。まさか奴らのために時間を稼いだわけじゃねえだろうな。
落ち着いてください。この様子ではどのみちバンシンガルーダ再召喚の準備は整いきっていなかったのでしょう。私たちは予定通りに到着した。しかし彼らの方がなお早かったというだけです。
まずいぞ。私たちだけで彼ら全員を相手取るのは分が悪すぎる。
ああ、そういうこと。兄弟、いや双子かな。よく似てるね。んじゃこっちの子も二度と私たちの邪魔できないようにお仕置きしとかなくっちゃね。
やめておけ、ジャルマレ。あまり予定外を増やすと白方への野郎の作戦に支障をきたす。前回俺たちを取り逃がした甘ったれにしちゃ頑張ったみたいじゃねえか。
君たちは本当にアシエンの協力者なのか。なぜ、目的は何なんだ。
いいぜ、俺たちを出し抜いた褒美にその質問にだけ答えてやる。太古の昔、光たるハイデリンが力を増しすぎた闇ゾディアークを封じる際に共存の世界が生じたって話は知ってるか。
ああ、ここが原初世界で他に13の共造世界があり、それぞれに光と闇の力が封じられていると。
そうだ。そして俺たちはその共造世界第一世界の光の加護を受けし者さ。光と闇の力は全ての世界に平等に封じられたわけじゃない。俺たちの世界は特に光の力が強かった。故に俺たちは比類なき力を得て闇を払った。アシエンはもちろん俺たちの世界を脅かすありとあらゆる闇をな。その結果どうなったと思う。強くなりすぎた光の力が氾濫し、俺たちの第一世界は今まさに完全な無となりかけてるのさ。
そんな話を信じろというのか。
ありえないとは言えないはずだぜ。お前らのよく知る異界ボイド、あれは闇の反乱によって無になった第13世界だ。俺たちは光の反乱から故郷を救うため、かつての旧敵アシエンと手を組み、この原初世界に渡ってきた。俺たちの故郷を救う唯一の方法はこの世界でアーダー、つまり霊災を起こすこと。そして次元の壁を壊し、第一世界を原初世界に統合する。
世界の統合。しかしそれは本当に救いなのか。統合された方の世界は、第一世界はどうなる。
追加の質問はなしだぜ。正義の味方を気取りたいなら指を加えて静観してな。何も知らない甘ったれどもが。
あなたも闇の戦士の仲間なのか。
The world they're referring to is the world we end up going to in Shadowbringers. Little tease right there. Not much of a, it's not much of a spoiler. But yeah, that's what they're referring to. And you'll see what they're talking about when we actually get there. That won't be for a while. I still gotta go through Stormblood. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true? That to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever the reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The Knights can apprise Lord Edmund of our success, and we, the Lord Commander. More importantly, I would like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. Alright. Let's go see how Alize's doing. What the hell's that? What is this? Recruitment notice. Oh, it's the firmament. Alright. I didn't think I'd unlock this yet. I figured I had to actually get to the end of Heavensward. Apparently not. Apparently this is all I had to do. I'll take you to the firmament. Thank you. I don't really care what the story that comes with it entails. Pillars. Eh. Firmament. Take a brief detour. So I'm curious to see if the restoration changes will I'm good. I don't really care what your story is, dude. I just want access to the firmament. I'd assume I'd be able to see the restoration stuff. Keep just in case, keep a note like right around here. There should be changes after I've actually unlocked the firmament. Because the Ishgard restoration is underway. I can't jump over this? Alright, sir, I got some wine for you. Oops. Alright. This is the firmament! Look at it! Obviously when this first came out, this was a desolate ruin. Now it's a... Because this has been this has been going on since Shadowbringers, so it's all nice and rebuilt. Actually, this is the first time I've actually been here since their whole celebration started. Now, I can't contribute because one, it's already done, and two, this is all crafting stuff. Yeah, I get it. I can't, I don't have a craft. This is all useless information to me. This is all useless information. Thanks, sir. That was very enlightening. This is all useless to me. I like the music though. A home in the firmament. Sky Steel Engineers, useless to me. This stuff counts as all side stuff, but I'm kind of curious to see if I can actually see the changes that are happening throughout the city. Of course, naturally, you have to go all over the fucking place for this. I got an envelope for you. I'm out of here. See ya. You know what? I'm just gonna pursue the story. Then we'll do the firmament. Then we'll do the firmament stuff after. It brings me joy to see you safely returning with us. So what news is from Ziloptal? Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remain behind, Mistress Yistola has been tending to Mistress Alice in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She's a resilient one, much like her brother. Well, considering what she went through in the coils, I would hope so.
Alize, もう起きられるのかい?
ええ、おかげさまで。迷惑をかけてしまってごめんなさい。あなたともこんな形で再会するなんて。先陣を切ってゼルファトルに乗り込んでくれたと聞いたわ。相変わらずなのね。本当にありがとう。
顛末は聞いてるわ。そちらは再召喚を止めることができたの？
闇の戦士たちがアシエンと密会しているところは俺もアリゼー様と共に目撃している。しかし別の世界を救うために動いていたとは、そんな話信じられるのか？
逆さの塔で星の代弁者としてミンフィリアが語ったこととも相違はないように思える。全くの嘘ではないだろう。
アリゼー様はどうして闇の戦士の追跡を？
私は私なりにエオルゼアを知るため各地を旅していたの。暁や英雄の話は風の噂でよく聞いたわ。けれど最近別の気になる噂を耳にしてね。イシュガルド動乱の裏で各地の蛮神を倒している別の英雄たちがいると。
それが闇の戦士たちだったということか。そして噂を追っていった君は闇の戦士とアシエンの関係を知った。
ええ、その通りよ。
しかし彼らが霊災を引き起こすために動いているとして蛮神を召喚させあえて倒すという行為にどんな意味が？
今蛮神を続けざまに倒された各地の蛮族たちは警戒を強め、より強い状態で蛮神を召喚しようとしてるわ。イシュガルドがニーズヘッグを撃ったことも彼らにとっては人への恐怖を煽る事実に過ぎない。みんな自分たちを守るために必死になってるのよ。
力が力を渇望させる恐怖と憎悪の連鎖。粒子戦争と同じだな。
そう、それこそが連中の狙い。アシエンが不安を焚きつけて蛮神召喚を促す一方で闇の戦士がそれを倒して回る。力への渇望が連鎖していずれ既存の神では太刀打ちできないと悟れば新たな神をも呼ぶだろうとアシエンは言っていたわ。
見過ごせないわね。
俺とアリゼー様の集めた情報によると、蛮神召喚に必要なクリスタルは アシエンにたぶらかされた人間の手で召喚者に提供されている。その経路を暴いて叩けば加速する負の連鎖を一時的にせよ止められる。
それなら私はクルルと一緒にゼルファトルの追加調査に行ってくるわ。私たちの力で追えば新たな事実も見つかるかもしれない。
こちらも最近召喚が行われたというグナースの塚付近を調査し流通を洗おう。
良いのですか、アイメリク卿。
アシエンとは父の件で浅からぬ因縁があるからな。何より今や我が国はエオルゼア同盟軍の一員なのだ。この地に降りかかる脅威と共に戦う責務がある。ただ我々は万神召喚に関する知識に乏しい。可能であれば賢人殿の知恵を借りたいのだが。
だったら俺がつこう。よろしくお願いしますよ、アイメリク卿。
私たちも行こう。万神召喚に関する動向を追っているウリエンジを訪ねれば別の糸口もつかめるかもしれない。
待って、私も連れて行って。もう体は動くし絶対に足手まといにはならないから。
アリゼ、君は。いや、共に行こう。それが君の見つけた道ならば。
そのお言葉をお待ちしておりました。アリゼ様、お着替えの準備はバッチリです。
All right. To think that the three of us plumbed the depths of the coils and confronted Bahamut himself. Had I not been there, I would struggle to believe it. I'm sure that dialogue would be very different if he had not done coils. Shortly after we parted ways, I heard that she was taken on to the road on her own, apparently on a journey of self-discovery, precisely to where I had never learned, though I suspect that was by design. So she enjoyed hearing the tales of our exploits, did she? My apologies for keeping you waiting. Oh, look at that! Fancy duds! Oh, right then, shall we be off? Tara never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the told she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the study when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my..." Can we not have this conversation from the Warrior of Light? Oh, secrets, huh? You're hiding from me, buddy. So be it. Another time, perhaps. To be honest, Cecil, I wasn't planning on seeking you out just yet. When I set forth on my journey, I did so with grand ambitions. As you may recall, I promised I would not disappoint you. I pray you would forgive me if I do. I mean to ask about the carriage. What? The carriage? What the hell's the carriage? Let's go for it. Me by that. Ah, yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived to spirit us away from Ul'dah to the banquet. Oh, that carriage. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Ul'dah. How did you know to send help? Oh, drunken brass blades are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Bremont managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when we last met. Have you looked you look more of the woman who was ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let's depart for the Waking Sands and see if Urianger can be of assistance. God damn it. Fuck the Waking Sands! I thought I was done with that blaze. Alright. Now, as opposed to previous patches, I don't remember how many story missions are in the next couple of ones. As opposed to the final patch of Heavensward, I don't remember which one these patches end at. Urianger, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphanode, but that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming, what bringeth thee and thine here this day? The wars of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. Second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plans before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians did not have similar designs elsewhere, of which we have no knowledge. Thou art wise to come hither, for this very day I did receive tidings most troubling across the Strait of Murthor. Old Gamora stirreth, and there are whispers that the roll of crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst ill afford to turn a deaf ear to deaf eye. Yeah, that makes total sense, a deaf eye. Deaf eye to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let's consult the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Cecila. Thank you for your counsel, Urianger. Pray inform us if you should learn aught else. I shall. Ooh. If I may, brother. Urianger, is there anything else you would like to say? Ooh. She suspects. Alize? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you're normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Light spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tale of a promising tome, the Gurin Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Well, that was weird. She suspects so. Alright. Oh boy. Seven hells. This way I'll have to appeal to National Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any. Excuse me, sir. Fine, I don't want to sell you my cookies anyway. Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems looked like coming to a head, the scions of the Seventh Dawn turned up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. So our friendly neighbors in Ogamaro have gotten so much more aggressive as of late, just as he said. Matter of fact, our scout spotted one sniffing about the stores just now, likely looking to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search the camp for the little bugger, would you? Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than when we first arrived. Do you happen to know why that might be? A kobold in a camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate with Oriandra's information, yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything on our part to prevent Titan's summoning. And that means finding and questioning this kobold. Alright. Gotta find a kobold! I can fly, make it easy for me. Alright, so flying is not helping me right now. I'm not finding any trace of a kobold anywhere. Ah! Oh, it's a child. Hey, where are you going? Can't hide from me. Stay back! Away! Far back! I'm not a... Oh, it's no use. Pointless. Hopeless. No use! Where are you going? Hey! Alright. Where'd it go? Aha, I see the symbol. Please don't hurt me, I only wish to talk. Yes, yes, just talk. If you want to talk, stop running away. Christ, man. This was a stupid plan. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will. Alright, what's going on? Gosh, you found me again. What to do, what to do, what to do. I come in peace, only to talk, speak, say talk. So please, please do not hurt me. So this is our wily kobold infiltrator, is it? The one of us are on edge. You could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah, we got him! Fine work, Scions. So, little one, thought you could sneak into my camp, did you? Planning to steal my crystals, were you? No, 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 I came to talk, to ask for help. When your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What is your name, child? Pikmin Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a Pikmin one day. Well met, Gabu. I am Alphanode, and this is my sister Alize. Cecil, the one who found you, is our friend, and now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Blodine here thinks you wanted to take his crystals, Gabu, but you said you come to ask for help. Why to us and not your own people? What happened? Can you tell us? No one's gonna hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and he will have to stop him, beat him, fight him, stop him! Gabu's parents said they didn't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming angry. He said that if they didn't have an iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for the furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace? I do not want to believe it, but I have had heard tales of Foshi fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon the more powerful incarnations of their gods. But 12, that's sickening. No one listens to Gabu. No matter how much he cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please, help Gabu stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, advise Military Command that the Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence, we three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure their crystals, and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure, you'll forgive me if I don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. Oh boy. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We should surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance that Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. 12 have mercy. That they will even contemplate sacrificing their own flesh and blood. Brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see and go what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking if we can take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come? Very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where these crystals are stored? I know. Oh, several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come, Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Isn't this like in the open? This is not well defended. Quickly! This is not well defended at all. Thanks to the crystals. They only had one guard. I think a cache of crystals would warrant more than one guard. This doesn't have any guards. What's going on? You guys, your security sucks. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother! Aye. It's just that... I'm quite certain that Crate once bore Ishgardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Korthus to obtain crystals, much less bothering to conceal their origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party, most likely upon the Asians, as Thrinket speculated. I don't understand. Who are the Asians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? Never you mind about that. As I say, we don't have a lot of time. Can you lead us next cache, Gaboo? Yes, of course! Gaboo knows the way. Next one is the last and very large. Very big, very huge, very large! Great. It's probably in the heart of things, isn't it? Where's the cache? I see nothing. Are they in these boxes right here? Well, you cast about for a time, you see no sign of the crystals. Uh-oh, that's not good. Confound it. What about you, Cecila? Any luck? Nothing, but this cannot be. Gaboo saw them. Spied, spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes. The question is to where to, and why? Within El Gamora, where they summoned the Titan once before, and mean to do so again. It's the only explanation. What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them! And we will, Gaboo, we will. Stay calm, we still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, then they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There is no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals that might deliver them into Commander Blodine's custody. We dare not take them into the bowels of the mountain. You can have them, I don't want them. There you go. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook for safekeeping and brief Commander Blodine of the situation. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there's an aetheryte within El Gamaro mines that should deliver you to the navel. Gaboo, Dallas knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way! Alright. Nope. Not there. I take it this is the ether we see? Right then. As soon as Alpinal arrives, we go. Just you're feeling suitably heroic, Cecila. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in here. Oh. Oh boy. Take a look what's going on in here. Quickly, you clods! Briskly, swiftly, quickly! I will not suffer any further delays. Lay down your arms and surrender. We have your crystals. There will be no summoning this day. We're dwellers here? But how did you... Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Ugh. Uh-oh. Mother? Father? Coke for the furnace? You monster! How could you? We are but servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from the tyranny of the overdwellers. No, Alizé, not yet. I understand, Patriarch. I do. Your fear, your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people, anything to deliver them from despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in your single-minded pursuit of this objective, you have brought suffering of your own on your own kith and kin. You sacrificed the lives of the very people you sought to protect. But it needs not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned by the overdweller's convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you! Liars, betrayers, oathbreakers! You take and you take and you take! When you have had your fill, you sued for peace. You promised that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. Well, he's not wrong. And when we dare defend ourselves, you declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live. That our god drains the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon us all. I'll hear no more lies from you and yours, overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you, and I did. I'm here. Oh no. Say something, please. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh, denied. Seven hells. Alpha Node, leave him to me. Oh. A new carbuncle. We must away. About at 12, how could we be so foolish? I should have known better than to let Gaboon accompany us, given what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth the Primal, just as surely as would the supplications of the faithful. Whereas, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. We have but one cause of optimism, and it is that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual. Meaning that Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of ether, the stronger he'll grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogomoro, and more lives will be lost. And the Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. So you know what must be done. Will you face Lord Crags once more? Thank you, my friend. Alexander will attend to Gabu. When you have finished with the Primal, look out for us in Camp Overlook. We'll be expecting you. Oh, I'm gonna undersize it. It's like undersize it because I can. At least it's not the extreme variant. Guys built pretty tough. Cool. Not today. Ha! Can't hit me. I'm invulnerable. Gotcha. Honestly, it probably would have been faster if I just did it instanced. Huh. I didn't think it would take that long to beat them on hard at level 70. Oh well. Ah, there she is. Did I not tell you that she would return safe and sound? The deed is done then? The Titan is no more? Good. There's been no tragedy this day. He's been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He's almost certainly still in shock, but we can't discount the possibility that he succumbed to the Primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to the death like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it, but we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Ysael's followers would be on the reason. Many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Orcabald? There is not to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one we may never be able to come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters. Informing Commander Blowdown of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he'll be glad of the news. Would you be so kind to break it to him? Alright. Ah, you're right. For your sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared the worst. They said you had matters well in hand. All settled then? Well, I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men will be, if believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't no soul in the Maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive just to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have a lot of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honored to raise a glass in the triumphant return of Titan's Bane. Well, I can't refuse that, can I? Where are they going?
誰？あなたか。ごめんなさい。キャンプを勝手に抜け出して。この子がずっと冷えた視線にさらされてたから少しだけ気分転換しに来たのよ。相変わらず反応はないんだけれどね。静かね。星空に吸い込まれそう。何かをなくした夜だってこうやって老けていってやがて朝が来る。優しすぎていっそ白状だわ。エオルゼアに来て旅をしてなんだかね力は強くなっているはずなのに胸が痛むことが増えたの。第7零祭の日おじい様は命を懸けてこの地を守った。それに納得できる理由が欲しくて追いかけてきたけど目にしたのは膨大な問題と翻弄されるばかりの人々。怒りもしたし悲しかった。おじい様はシャーレアンに残した私や家族よりもこんな人たちの方が大事だったのかってね。
I thought we already settled this back in coils.
あなたと霊祭の真実をつかんでそれが違うと知ったわ。だから今度はおじい様の真似ではない。私がエオルゼアを守るべき理由を探し続けてきたの。たくさん歩いていろんなことに出会ったのよ。興味を引くことや 嬉しいことだけじゃない。理解できない人、腹が立つけどどうにもできなかった事件、やっと分かり合えたのに救えなかった命もあった。そんな時にね、ふと昔の出来事を思い出したの。霊災を止めるためエオルゼアに向かうおじい様が反対する父に言った言葉よ。助けられる人が目の前にいる時に我が身を案じて助けぬというのは怠惰というもの。それでは到底人として進歩的とは言えぬ。はあって思ったわ。私の求めてた答えなんてきっとそれだけのことなのよ。そしたら急に旅してきた道にいたたくさんの人たち、アルフィヌやウリエンジェ、あなたが恋しくなった。闇の戦士を一人で追っている時だって怖くはなかったわ。私ばっかり話しててなんだか恥ずかしいじゃない。ねえ、あなたの話も聞かせてよ。イシュガルトではどんな旅をしたの？
Oh boy. Traveled far and wide with two companions, Estini and Yaseo, who were very, upon some rather unique circumstances, had the pleasure to fight alongside Sir Imeric. When Alphino came to the Vajana at last to Giovanni hinterlands. Oh boy. Let's go with this.
1000年の歴史をたどる旅か。それにしてもひどく個性的な仲間たちだったのね。主義主張も違えば性格も点でバラバラ。一筋縄ではいかなくても仲間割れをせずにいられたのはあなたの存在があったからじゃない？信じたからこそ後を任せられたんだわ。あなた多くの人に関わっていろいろな思いを託されながら歩いてきたのね。そしてきっとこれからも世界が明日を運んでくる限り託されたものを携えて進むんだわ。
Oh, look who it is.
Hikariのクリスタル。光を憎んでなお捨てることはできませんか？
俺たちの目的を達するために必要なだけだ。それで何の用だ？
ラノシアにまいた種、万神タイタン召喚の目がかの英雄らによって摘み取られました。正確には召喚こそ行われたものの不完全だった。あれではさらなる力、神への渇望を煽るには不十分です。
白方への野郎は何と？
計画は続行、それだけです。
くそ、悠長なことを。第一世界が無に返されるまで時間がないんだぞ。
イシュガルドの平定に手を貸していた暁が本格的にあなた方の対応に乗り出した。しかれば計画のさらなる難航は必定。
古巣のことだからわかるって？過去の光を捨てられないのはどっちだかな。
勘違いをなさらぬよう、私はあなたの今後を問うているのです。地にあまねく混沌をもたらし、崩壊の先駆けとならんは闇よりいずるもののみにあらず。お気に召さないのであれば、ご自分の考えで動けばいい。例えば、その手でかの英雄を葬り去れば、危うい均衡を保っているエオルゼアの地は乱れ、破滅へと転落せん。
お前、何を考えてやがる？
助けられる者が目の前にいるとき、助けぬことは怠惰である。我が師の言葉であり、私の理念です。
あの甘ったれどもをおびき出す。一気に肩をつけてやる。
承知いたしました。それでは彼らを使うといたしましょう。死の言葉は今も変わらず胸にあれど、この手に一つの痛みもなく全てを救う強さはない。ミンフィリア、皆さん、許せなどとは申しません。それでも私は踏み出すたびに心避けようとも、信じた道ならあなたは進むのでしょうか。ムーンブリだ。
Well, that's not good at all. Well, hello, Cecil. I trust you had a good night's rest. I was, but this moment's speaking with Thancred and you're still via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had been born Asgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Imric believes that it's only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall see. We'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, I think it's only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they are too flush with Asgardian crystals. Now, with that in mind, I suggest we pay Arianger another. Wait, where's Alize? She was here a moment ago with Gaboo. God damn it, Alize. The hell did you run off to now? Ah, let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it's any consolation, I've already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloden. Something tells me you're not solely here to out for concern of his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, it seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? And treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given that chance. Until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor will mail some command. I'm so sorry, Gaboo. I truly am. You should never have been made to. And I know I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there is nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much that your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them. And never ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alize, thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrate these events will be made to answer for their crimes. Thousand times over, there will be a reckoning. Ooh. Oh, the fucking Waking Sands. Just never ends, does it? We have heard glad tidings from Ogamora, my friends. By the grace of the 12 in your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the wars of darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but it'll have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garen oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the wars of darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture. One of the worlds parallel to our own, yet apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times have they succeeded. Then of 10 or 3, only 6 worlds remain. Aye, all is said is as my lady Menphilia spake unto thee. As for what become of these reflections when they and the swords are rejoined, frail flesh undone the umbral flames, each soul surrendered to her call to flow unto the sea, endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the wars of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, the verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to a transcendent light in the manner of the wars of darkness described, it will give way unto a void where none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, that is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then, gods, No one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on the subject, I will share with you another recent discovery. It would seem the sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Allegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Asgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Unless thou wonder about their motive, I'll remind you of their Asians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Ralgar. The individuals who received these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Asgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Alain Royale's network of spies. Surely you jest, and yet it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Asians, assuming they know, or care, who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me, we must seek out the resistance group which will receive the crystals without delay. Cecila, Alize, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I'd like to hear what they have to say for themselves, firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Ooh. Snippy. Alpha Node, Cecila, Alize, are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were employ of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too? What few remained, regrettably it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Alamigo, we were told, where it will be received by the members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Armor's men no longer have need of my services, I have in mind to head that way. As do we, by happy coincidence. We learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ha! And there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the Warrior of Light and our little helpers. Wait a moment, there is more. And I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Asgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Alain Royale, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? What, the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Y'shtola next, but there is someone else who would have me notified first? No, there isn't. Ooh. Lines aren't... The dots aren't... The lines aren't... It's not... Nothing's aligned. What in the world's gotten into her? It's twice now that she sought Urianger's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time as the Lavalier stay as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, Little Alamigo awaits. Oh boy. I don't remember how long this patch was, and so it's kind of hard to tell where to stop. Obviously, this video is going to be split up again, so it's kind of hard to find a stopping point. I'll get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It's been a long day. Did you have something to say? Urianger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what was going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Cecila, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we must see what information we can gather in his absence. Alright, you know what? Actually, I'm going to end it here. I don't know how long this patch is. We're already at 2 hours. If I go any further, I am going to be forced to split it up. So, when we come back, we will investigate Little Alamigo, see what we can find out, and then we'll see what happens from there. I keep hitting the mic. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.